Hey, how you doing? Hey, how's things? Right, guys.
Good day, everyone. Thanks for having us along. We're here for sort of 10 or 15 here with Kane, so yeah, we'll open for it, start in the front here.
Hi Kane, welcome. Back at the home of cricket against Brendan McCullum, which is where it all started for him. How do you find this match, this venue? Is it a special test for you?
Yeah, always a special test. I think if you look over your career, you only get, well, depends how long you play for, but yeah, I've played for a while and only get a handful of opportunities to come to Lords and play and have the experience that you have here. So I know for a number of players in the dressing room, it's their first time and they're pretty excited at that prospect.
You might not be favourites, but you're facing an England team who are rebuilding, licking some wounds from the Ashes. What are you expecting?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it rebuilding. I think there's a couple of players in there, but they've got a hell of a lot of experience and a number of world-class players that have done it for a long time. So we know they're going to be a very strong opposition, as they always are. For us as a team, we're in a similar position, really, with some experience and some younger players as well. So it's great to come over here. It's always a great battle against England, and I know the team's looking forward to it.
There's a lot of sort of head-scratching in terms of where England go in this next phase under Brendan McCullum. People labelling it Bazball 3. Do you expect to see a less aggressive approach from them?
I'm not sure. I mean, they'll be trying to get the best out of the squad and players that they have, as they always do, as we do as a team. And you're always looking to try and fine-tune your play, take little steps forward. So from our perspective and the group that we have, that's the focus that we bring to our cricket, and we're looking forward to getting back involved in Test cricket after a bit of a break.
And in terms of your lineup, how close are you to knowing it?
I'm not captain, so not as close as I used to be. But yeah, you'll probably find out a bit more tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Ken, you've been over here with various bowling attacks in the past. How highly do you rate this one? It looks like it's one that could have a bit of fun in English conditions.
Yeah, it's a good attack. You want people that can do a little bit with the ball, and we've got that. We've got a bit of variety as well, which is exciting. The ball's one thing, the conditions is another, and we've seen at times, in the Indian series against England, that was a slightly different looking sort of test cricket. And so here, I think there's a few overheads coming up early on in the game, so that plays a big part. I know we sort of spend most of our time using kookaburras, and they don't respond quite as much as the Duke. So I know certainly in the nets they look like they're having a bit of fun, and we're doing our very best as batsmen. But they're looking forward to that opportunity, and it'll be a great series.
And can you explain to us the situation around Mitch Santner? Obviously, he wasn't expected to be here this week. He's in with a shout of playing this test, is he?
He's recovered, nicely, he had two tears, I think, in his shoulders, and I don't know, he's recovered well, isn't he, in the last couple of weeks, and he's here with us in the squad, which is great.
And you said not many chances in a career to come to Lords. Last chance for you? Or?
Well, I don't know, maybe Middlesex next? No, I'm just joking. Yeah, probably, it is, and you're delaying my lunch, actually, which isn't very good of you.
Blame Callum for that.
Yeah.
Comfortable win over in Ireland. Did you get all you needed from that game?
Yeah, it was nice to get out there and sort of have official test match for 4 days. But it was nice to kind of get over there as a group and put together a strong performance. We know coming into England, it's a different challenge. England are a world-class side, and Ireland are on the way up. And I think having had that experience, they'll be much better for that as well. They don't play a lot of red ball cricket, so it's pretty tough on them. But it was nice to to have the Duke out there and see it respond as it does, for our batters to have some of those some time in the middle, and the bowlers as well to get the overs in and also get familiar with that. So it was a nice sort of 3 or 4 days, and now it's good to be here in England preparing for the next one.
Can I just ask, what is it particularly special about playing here that makes it so memorable and important for players?
Yeah, I think the way they maintain the tradition is quite special. It's unique to Lords, the history that surrounds it, the effort that goes into all of that. You come here and you notice those differences to all other grounds, and I mean every ground is different. But walking out to the pitch through the long room, bumping into a few members, and obviously the lunches are iconic. There's a number of things that are memorable here, but it is a special place to play, and I think everybody feels it their first time and also values it, every opportunity that they have.
And have you sort of had to talk to some of the younger lads about batting on the slope, or have they asked you questions about that?
Yeah, batting and bowling, I think it's there and it needs to be considered, because it does have an impact, and so players are getting familiar with that. I think a number of players have come over and played county cricket or the Blast or something like that, so they've sort of seen a little bit of it, but there are a few nuances that need to be noted, and one of the parts of playing at Lords that's unique.
And you obviously scored a lot of centuries. I mean, just how highly do you rate your 100 here in terms of your personal achievements?
I suppose the honours board is something that people talk a lot about, and I mean it was an amazing game of cricket too, to be fair. I think we ended up losing, but we scored 700 runs and took 20 wickets, and on any other day we're pretty happy with that. But and it was it was unique because it was a pretty good pitch, and then overheads came over and the lights came on, and all of a sudden it was really, really difficult, and that's some of the characteristics that you have here, in particular in England with the Duke ball. But a memorable time some time ago, but do remember it fondly.
Thank you.
Sorry, delaying your lunch a bit more, but on a similar note, if as you say, probably the last time to try and get a test done here at Lords, how much of a motivation could that be to you to get on the honours board and finish on that high?
I mean, for me, it's just trying to make contributions to the team, and 100 anywhere is pretty nice, but also you want to do more and more, and whatever that looks like, if it's a certain milestone or not, it can be the game that we play. But it's unique. The honours board here is special, but I wouldn't say it adds extra motivation, not more than trying to do your job for the team. So that's sort of the focus for me. There's
one face in the bowling attack for England, Sonny Baker, who you guys might not know a great deal about. How much do you know, and how can you prepare to face a bowler with his qualities? Really skillful bowler. Personally seen a little bit of him in white ball cricket, and he's bowled some really, really nice spells in that format too. So an exciting talent. Really exciting for England and their bowling stocks, because he's got a lot of skill, and so potentially playing his first test here at Lords is special for him.
Hi, Kane. Can I just ask, in terms of, from a technical perspective, how your preparation would change coming to England and, say, if you were going to Sri Lanka, for instance? Yeah, quite different to Sri Lanka. The ball's one thing, and then the conditions and the overheads, and generally it might nip a little bit and swing a little bit more. Usually the seam bowlers are the sort of prominent sort of element to the attack, and then in other areas like the subcontinent, naturally it'd be a high volume of spin. So, the beauty of the game really, and the challenges that are within it, that you travel the world and you play in all different countries that sort of give you all different challenges to try and get up for and address. So here in England it's different to anywhere else in the world, as is other countries as well.
Do you believe in the slope? I know it's obviously there, but is it?
I mean, I don't know if it's a matter of belief. It's just a fact. You stand there on the ground and it exists. So
I've heard some batters say that it doesn't make any difference, basically, when they're to how they play.
I mean, it's subtle, but it definitely
has a factor. You know, when it perhaps seems down the slope, it does go a little bit further, I think, and perhaps the other way too. But yeah, I guess maybe what they're saying is not to overthink it. You know, it's still a game of cricket that has its different challenges that are in front of you, much like a green wicket or a wicket that's turning. So, yeah, something to be aware of.
Hi, Kane. So you were here in 2022, New Zealand, when it was the very start of Brendan McCullum's period as coach, and maybe you didn't know what England were going to look like and what they were going to throw at you at that point. And now you're here for the start of a kind of new version of England, and maybe there's a bit of that uncertainty again. Does that exist at all, that uncertainty for you? Does it make any difference to your approach?
I mean, our focus is on our cricket, and I don't know if they're calling it a version of their play, but I think you're always trying to assess where you're at as a team and how you get a little bit better, and no doubt that's something they're thinking about, as we are, constantly. You know, you're wanting to keep evolving as a side and getting the best out of what you have amongst the changes that come often over time. So for us, it's focusing on our cricket and being aware that, like you mentioned, it was a stark difference. One of the first series where they did change considerably to their play, and 3 incredible games of cricket and 3 successful ones for England actually at the end of those. So yeah, it's difficult. You can't control what other people do, but yeah, it's about what we do, and that's where our focus will be.
You obviously gained a lot of confidence within the team with your performance in India. Have you brought that? I mean, looking at the indoor school, the team spirit looked really high. Is the confidence high?
Yeah, I mean, India is a different challenge, as we've sort of addressed, and here it's kind of turning that page and looking at what's in front of us and trying to make all the adjustments that are required, and also reconnecting as a group. I think nowadays you have such long gaps between series, you know, with all the franchise cricket going on, etc., and trying not to clash. And so, you know, you do have large gaps, and I think it's about coming together as a group and reconnecting, making sure you're nice and clear on your approaches again, because, you know, over time you do need to sort of double down on that, and that's what we're trying to do, and we're looking forward to the challenge that we have, you know, over the next 3 weeks. Cheers.
Thanks all. Thanks for having us.
Cheers.